Am I the a-hole for calling the cops on my brothers as a teenager and deciding to cut off my parents now? When I 30s was around 16, my brothers, both adults, were attacking me verbally and physically. Punching, kicking, hitting, calling me names. This had been going on for a while, maybe 1 to 2 hours. My mom and dad more or less sat there and watched. At some point, I got away long enough to call 911 and tell them what was happening. As soon as I made the call, the violence stopped. After I hung up, with a cop on the way, my brothers started mumbling stories they could tell to try and get me in trouble. When the cop showed up, the first thing my mom said to him was, "No one is getting arrested." The cop looked at her and said, "That's for me to decide." My brothers didn't even try to hide it. They straight up told the cop it was their job to manhandle me since I was too big for my parents. The cop looked shocked and said no one should be putting hands on me at all. That might seem obvious now, but at the time I honestly didn't know that. One of my brothers tried to say I beat my niece, and that's when my dad finally spoke up to say, "You know that isn't true." That was pretty much all he said during the whole thing. The cop eventually left after issuing a warning. Eldest brother is a cop and I think called in to get the other two off the hook. The threat of 911 and me standing up for myself seemed to make the family back off a bit after that. When I turned 18, the violence stopped completely. Everyone knew I'd press charges. Years later, when I was in college, my mom's first comment to my girlfriend, now wife, was, "We always knew he was special, which is why we took turns beating him down so he wouldn't get a big head." With a sort of you're welcome type vibe to the statement. On top of that, she's told me I'm the reason the family is the way it is because I won't let things go. Basically calling me the asshole for standing my ground. At one point, my wife and I were on the verge of homelessness, and my mom said no when we asked if we could stay for a few months. She later said I could stay, but only if I apologized to everyone and let everything go. I've tried keeping them in my life. My mom sends gift cards and tries doing stuff every now and then. But I'm at the point now where I think I need to cut them, at least my mom, off completely. I literally hate talking to her and get into a really negative headspace when they are around. That said, I still have a small part of me that wonders if I'll end up needing to call the cops again, especially on my mom, just to make her leave me alone. I'm posting this because I think hearing from neutral people might help. So, am I the a-hole for calling the cops back then and deciding to cut them off now? Note, this is the first time I've ever shared the full situation with anyone besides my wife, who's amazing and leans toward full severance. I probably didn't write this perfectly, but I just want to thank anyone who took the time to read it. I really appreciate it. Edit. Thank you, everyone. It looks like the general consensus is to cut them out. I'll look into how to do this properly, but for now they're blocked. The main concern is legal escalation / getting them to stop would likely require something formal. These are the kind of people who only listen if you have the power to force them. In this case, that probably means a restraining order.